play East Brickton. Do you like East Brickton?
Hey, relax, gang. Jesus Christ, let me get it right, Nathan. MFN's playing too much. That white car, it rammed into me at 8th gear and just kept pushing me around, bro. Your car is locked. Why don't you paint the car, bro?
Quarterback in Dallas, but I ain't Troy Aikman. Light skin chip in my palace, but I ain't Chauncey Billups. Just broke the boot for some money, but I ain't about to hit it. Living ballerific, we can do.
Alright, real talk. Let's be honest here. What exactly am I supposed to be playing? East Brickton is in crisis mode. It is in the worst state it has been in probably for the last 6 years. I mean, I have never seen a low like this before. Looking at the players in the server right now, there's only 39 out of 130. And when I was interviewing Marcus the first time, he was considering expanding the server count to allow more people because the servers are getting full.
I got him added, nigga. What the fuck?
But shit, you gotta think like we damn near revolutionized. We damn near pushing Roblox limits as is. Like what other game you know got 100, 200, 100, 150, 130 servers, and they running all this shit at the same time. They running vehicles, guns, jobs, homes, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole life sim. Like ain't no other roleplay game that's functioning the way we functioning with 150 player servers. So, you know, bear with us. We pushing the limits here, but you know, eventually we gonna come to that sweet spot, and once we do, then we gonna take off from there. You know, EB itself is optimized good as fuck. Like I say, it's really just my anti-exploit that's causing a lot of the rubber banding. So once we address that, we be good. But put it like this, bro. I was playing EB on mobile. Dude, that shit is fast as hell.
I was finna ask
No
you that
lag
too.
on max graphics.
I ain't got no computer right now, gang. My shit getting fixed. You think I can join that bitch on mobile?
Nah, not yet. I'm working on a mobile port.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, not yet.
Alright. Man, you could have dropped that shit in 2019 when I was like fucking playing on mobile. Fuck.
You quit playing on mobile.
But you know what? My main thing about not dropping it is because it's like, okay, well, how would you roleplay with the phone? But I'm like, I guess now I'm coming around. Like, if that's your only device, if you could make it happen, you make it work. So
I do wanna pause it here, cause like, you know what's real sad about this image is that everyone in this picture is banned except K. Everyone on stage is banned except for K. And K is not a staff member no more. He's retired. Even a lot of the people in the audience aren't even on the game anymore. And mind you, this interview, like this was like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours into the interview, bro, or the meeting or whatever. People cared back then, and the people that did care are banned. That is a real shame, man. Shot Desy, randomly executed, don't know why. JB exiled from the community for making his own game, even though he told Marcus and got help from Marcus on everything. Me banned for realistically no real reason, just because they don't like me. Capo, I think he was recently banned or maybe left, I don't know, but it's around the time of the game declining. Area, same thing about JB, you know, banned for developing the game that Marcus helped them to develop. It didn't really make sense to do this. If they had actually all worked together, you could have just shared the community between all games. Realistically, you would have had then like 300 some active players. Like whenever people aren't playing Unforgiven, they would go to East Brickton. Whenever they're done playing East Brickton, they would go to Unforgiven. Does that make sense?
Regular.
Oh, I can pay for it if you want.
Oh yeah, for shall we? Looking.
Alright, it's paid for, it's paid for. No problem, man.
Bro, this nigga Marty to hop out.
I think this little snippet of time, this might have been the golden era of the year. Not because there was plenty of updates going out, but because we knew he was working on something, he was cooking something up, and he was excited for it. I don't know if y'all remember the push-up meme from Marcus, but when I first saw that, bro, I was smiling from ear to ear.
Nigga, we gonna get this money. Nigga, we gonna get buff. Nigga, we gonna get a mansion. Nigga, we gonna get a Ferrari. No fucking Maserati. That's where we starting at, bitch. And we ain't stopping till we're done.
I was ready because I was telling people I was gonna spend $30, $50 to pay for an animation, because they did that back then, or I assume they did. But I was gonna pay for an animation for people just to do push-ups in the game, man, to just get excited for the game, like just to be happy, you know what I mean? Like that's what I wanted to do back then. But now I'm sitting here saying I miss the old Kanye. To think that in a handful of months it went from that to this, that is crazy. Now I would like to take a look at the stats again, and for everyone to go over it with me, like live as I'm talking over it. So about the Tavion Cole incident, you have thousands of people coming to the game because the influencers are promoting it. So, you know, back when I was suggesting to Marcus to make, I don't know, a YouTube channel like inside the Discord, so he can have YouTubers actually want to create content for him. They're on him. Bust. We should help him out no matter what. Here, take your blocks. Don't pull your gun. Don't pull your gun. Don't. Nathan, no. Now, a good example for why you want content creators and why you want to help the content creators is because when you help them, they turn around and help you just as much by promoting your game for free. They promote to the audience, to your audience, which supports them, and in return they promote your game to their audience that doesn't yet know about your game. Or if their YouTube video, it starts to reach different people, it introduces your game to new people, right? So this is a good example of how you can do that. And this community, or this game, is called Terribly RP. I haven't tried it yet, but these YouTubers are homegrown. You have people from the community actively making content for the game that the community is also watching. So the same way you guys have those Brickton internet channels, or like Instabrick or BloxTube, stuff like that, the same way you have those for in character, you need this for out of character too, for the benefit of the game, for the benefit of the community. This is why it was so important. That's why I wanted to push it so much, is because it really does help a lot. Granted, this is mostly like the same dude, but there's different content creators in here. There's multiple people making videos about this game who came from this community. Like episode 5, episode 2, bro. Like, it's new people coming on board. You see this content creators. And then who's watching this? The people who are in Terribly RP are getting invested into the content that they're seeing, and they go, you know what, I want to get involved with the game. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna play the game. If anyone can remember the time of when I had the Yuma Mafia and I was trying to apply for a faction, and I'll get into that in a later section of this video because that's also important. But I was told right off rip that I, as a YouTuber, was not welcome to the community. Bruh, broke my back. Yo, who's the other? Oh, that's Franklin again. Where Franklin going? Yeah, Charles is helping. Charles is beyond 2 minutes. Man, we taking this outside. Another thing I want to talk about is their aversion to social media and influencers bringing their audience to the game. One comment from Dupe says, if you're coming from YouTube or any other platform where you plan to stream content on East Brickton, please keep in mind we do have rules and regulations in place. You cannot bring 400 people into your faction and roleplay as kingpins. I reached out already offering to teach you guys. The offer still stands. So there's problems with this. If I'm a YouTuber and I have an audience that spans to a couple hundred people or a few thousand people, I can't bring them to the game and play with them, right? So right off the bat, they don't want social media presence in the game. They don't want social media influence or promoting their game, which is a terrible thing. How does that make any sense? How does that make sense? Why would you not want someone to freely promote your content? It is no doubt that there were a lot of people in the Yuma Mafia, so we can verifiably say that a good portion of my audience was coming back to East Brickton because of me. So getting rid of me means getting rid of the entire audience that watches me and what I do. Alright, so my next point is about hosting events. I've hosted multiple events, from a car wash, I guess you can say the bomb square too, the casino, a fight club, and then I took over the server for Halloween. I also did a massive gun giveaway to people who most likely couldn't afford it, but someone snitched and then I ended up getting locked up. But then I turned that into event 2, and I did like a funeral for my character, and I actually deleted it. I would love to see other people post their own events. I've been to people's parties, to people's music auditions. Those are like wonderful, like out of this world. It pulls people away from the gas station and actually makes them want to play. I want to see more of that, but I do feel that sometimes that the staff, or maybe I shouldn't just say staff, I feel like Desy kind of gets in the way because she doesn't have that vision. She sees an event and she goes, yeah, they're just gonna get Master Arcade and FRP'd. Like, that's the way she sees things, and she tends to get in the way of that. So if her or any other staff end up hearing this, you need to open your eyes. Either the game can be fun or it can be really boring, and we can hang out at gas station again. The fact that he didn't do that suggests a decline of thousands of people. Now you have people who are just dedicated to the game, who play it normally as it was meant to be, and it's remaining steady. It's a few hundred for about a year or so, and then we're getting into 2023. It's you know, getting about to 100, but it'll go back up to 150. I think here in August or somewhere in the late part of this year. No, okay, so here in about, I don't know, June, July area, it picks up from 150 to go to about 200. So this, I have to understand why. I think maybe Marcus came back from hiatus around this time, and that's why it picked up, is because maybe he was dropping an update or dropping more updates around this time, and people became more interested, right? So, you know, the update log that is supposed to tell people that you're working on updates so they don't quit the game because they think you quit working on it, right? Let's keep going. So we have August time, it's about 200, and then it starts peaking down to 150 to 100, getting back to 90, 70, 90, 100, and then as you guys have been seeing, it's down to like the 40s, the 50s, 22, bro, 22 as of yesterday at 5 p.m. To think on a Wednesday evening people aren't playing East Brickton anymore is just 22 people. And what are those 22 people even doing? Like, what are they honestly doing on the game? Bro, what is this? What are they doing?
Bro, it's the random. Ah, bro, get him out of here. They get him out of here.
You can kidnap him. Take him over to the football field. Show him a lesson. I want to be stupid.
Give him the cartel treatment. Give him the cartel treatment.
Alright, right here. Alright, lock the car, tell him to get out. Here, one of y'all keep your guns put on him, I'll talk.
Right. I'll make sure he doesn't pull a fast one on us.
I ID'd him. I see hashtags right now. He paid me $0. Yeah, $0
Nah,
to see my name.
nah, that's crazy.
Alright, so next I want to think about why did the game fall off the way it did? What is the reason behind it? So, first and foremost, the game not really having any influencers anymore besides myself is one of the core reasons why people would stop playing, because if no one's talking about it, then it's not like, it's not the thing. It's not the hot topic right now. So they're gonna move on to whatever is. But there was still quite a bit of people who did care for the game. So my second one is, did people just stop caring about the game? And the answer is no. Even during the time when Marcus said that he didn't feel his heart was in it, people, like, the player count still remained about the same, like, for the entire period. It didn't really change. It literally just fluctuated a little bit up and down, but it didn't really change that much. It at least maintained 100 people. So it's definitely not that people stopped caring about the game. Is it because, you know, maybe he was banning everyone, or the staff was banning everybody? Well, banning 300, 400 people in one weekend, that's a lot of people to get rid of, and that could be the reason. But historically, people were already getting banned for frivolous reasons anyways. Like, if you looked at someone the wrong way, you were banned. Am I wrong? So I don't think that banning everyone is the reason why everybody left. I mean, there's plenty of people in the Discord reacting to the messages. Why aren't they playing the game? Is it the lack of updates? Well, considering Marcus didn't update the game for a very long time, it probably isn't the lack of updates or like the lack of interest in the game. Even me, when I played the game 3 years ago, I enjoyed the game for what it was. Even when it had no updates for staff and I didn't even know about the Discord, I just enjoyed just having a game to play at all. It's fucking annoying, bro. No, just wait for his.
Oh, he's not. Oh, wait, I thought that was.
Listen. Wait for him to get his gang here. He said, "Unlock the door, please." No, get out.
That's them.
Yup. ID all of them.
Shit, jam.
ID them.
Jam.
ID them. I'm not here to fight them. I just want their IDs, their names and IDs. That's it. Hussein. ID Hanif. Alright. Alright, I got him.
Where you got him? Alright.
I got him. They fell for it.
Maybe lose my Glock.
I'll get it back, don't worry.
Alright.
The reason that I strongly believe that the game fell off and has begun to start dying, I'm not saying it's dead, it's starting to die. The reason why I think, and you're never gonna guess this one, I think it's because of Desy. Hear me out. Desy came in about July of 2024, June-ish, July. So this is the peak. About 200 people is the peak. Marcus comes back from his vacation, I guess, and Desy comes into the staff team, introduced as a moderator and then promoted to community manager in less than a week. That rise to power is incredible. So from the time that she became in charge, we can see that it started to lower from 200 to 150, up and down from 150 and 200. Now it's between 100 and 150 in about October. Now it's dipping back into the 90s. It's dipping into the 70s in November, right? So we can't even blame like the people who hacked the game, who had shut it down and shut and such. You can't entirely blame them because the game has been hacked already before. People have been doing it. People have been messing with the servers. It's not new, but you can see the player count steadily decreasing over time, and now it's at a point where they're getting 50s, like around the average of 50s, and when it gets late in the night it drops to like the 20s. I do believe strongly that it is because of Desy, not only because of her reputation. I mean, every time you say Desy, there's some sort of connotation with the name. Any company who had an employee with the sort of reputation that she had would not retain that employee because they don't want that sort of attention and that sort of branding on their name. But for some reason Marcus has kept her around. I don't know why, but statistically speaking, the player count has dropped since the time that she joined. Even during the time when African was around, which I believe that was before July time, maybe the beginning of the year, and this is me guessing. Even during that time, even African at least maintained the player count. Like, if we're being honest, he might not have been the best community manager, but he definitely wasn't the worst, right? He at least maintained the community at the minimum. Explaining why the player count decreased because of Desy's influence of management, I believe it's because of the lack of management. Believe it or not, she hasn't done anything on the level of a community manager. And I have my things to say about Belle too. Like, no one's perfect, but comparing her to Belle is a joke. Belle created the entire court system and was telling me she's gonna take like a week to work on a single case. There were hundreds of people waiting on the court system, bro. She was working with the EBPD and she wasn't even community manager yet. Yet you have Desy literally doing nothing for the community. Absolutely nothing. I would be surprised if she even hosted an event. I would be very surprised about that. Community manager, and all she's been doing is moderating. She could have just stayed as a moderator and just have that been it, I think that's the level she probably deserved for the work that she was doing, because it was only ever related to moderating.
God damn it.
You're done driving.
Right now, I'm at low HP now.
You're done driving, Nathan. You're done driving.
Hell no, I'm almost dead. Fuck.
Okay.
Bro!
Nah, dude.
I'm dead!
No, I turned the corner, bruh. That's not real, bro.
Oh my.
Who wants to drive next?
Let me drive.
Oh, are you dead?
Yes, I am dead! Can't you see the text up on me?
My bad, my fault. Who wants to drive? I should shoot you for that? No, we're even, bro. But as far as being the community manager, she didn't manage a community. She just let it rot. And now it's at the point where it's got so little people that even if there were an event, even if there is an event, it's not really going to be that many people. It's like it's always going to be a small event. Even me, I was able to host events. I was able to do more for the community than she ever was. How can she sit there and tell me that an insurance company is going to break the game? You're telling me that people having trillions and trillions of duplicated cash, and I tell you the method, I tell you what's going on, and you don't do anything about it. They're duplicating guns, and mind you, yes, they were duplicating guns. Someone told me that they were actually able to do it, and they had a stack of exotics. And when I told her that people might be doing this and I suspected it, I was actually right, but she laughed it off. Same way as when she laughed off my EBPD document created by the same community that she manages. When I tell you she hasn't been doing anything for the community, I mean it. And statistically speaking, this is caused by her management, under her management. The only person you can blame for a loss of 200 active people in the community in 6 months is the person in charge of the community. There's nobody else to blame for this but her.
Oh wait, that's them.
Hey.
Oh, drive.
Listen, why'd you hop out, bro? They're gonna get him. The cop's gonna get him.
Yeah, they got him now.
Ooh, VDM. Oh, I just recorded VDM, bro. That's McCooney doing that.
Oh, wait, here you come down.
Alright. Gallo, hop out and back up the cop.
Ain't no way. Go.
Gallo, do something!
I need my blocker.
I gave you blocker!
We're failing you. Great, now we got the option.
Oh.
He's about to vote. Wait, I'm backing out.
Did we get McCooney?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm going around the check, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah,
we did.
Rose Takahashi. I got hit, bro. Fuck.
Hey.
Yo, we did a good job. Mission passed, bro. Mission passed.
Yes.
Mission passed. Makuni put in the ground. Makuni put in the ground. His other bitch put in the ground. Rose put in the ground. And I told him, this ain't your city. And I said to Rose, Mafia de Jalisco on top.
Yes, sir, man.
Let's bring Flamingi on stage. Cause I want to get in cause we got like 20 minutes left, so I want to get in as many actual.
Yeah, we got 4
Bro,
more.
I've been waiting for so long because I have an actual faction-related topic that would probably benefit your game that nobody's talking about. And it's the expansion of legal factions. Legal factions have been a massive issue for a long time, including the government system and court system, right? The whole reason people make complaints to the staff instead of like an actual government system, right, is because we have no government system at the moment. And staff shouldn't be handling issues such as EBPD matters, just be handled ICly, right?
To a certain degree, right? Because sometimes, you know, the people that are in position OOCly do not adhere to that position 100% in character-wise, right? So, like,
if you like add my system, like I'm advocating for a full governmental structure where the EBPD can actually be held responsible and punished in character. People can actually make proper complaints, and you don't end up having massive corruption that is never solved, right? Like talking about like hierarchical government system, judicial branch, all that stuff, right? Even possibly executive branch, right?
okay.
Like that'll attract state role players, and it'll increase your consumer base. You'll get more demographics here, which means more players playing your game, and they'll fill these positions. There's also the fact that we need to have player-owned businesses and expansion on that as well, right? There's a massive issue where certain player-owned businesses like the EBBL are only staff-only, but I believe the average player, if they want to have enough money, should have a proper business system. And how you get that is building a real estate system, right? A real estate system that is owned by the developers, where they can buy these businesses, recommend them to you, and you'll have a list of people who want to create these businesses on your real estate system. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's this is, oh my god, this is why I need to put, I agree with you, Ma. I really need to put a fucking roadmap.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did I hear what I just think I heard? I agree with you, Ma. Play that back, bro. Play that back.
I agree with you, Ma. I agree with you, Ma. I agree with you, Ma.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
So people know what the fuck's going on, right? But this is an issue that we're already actively addressing. Now, like I said, in terms of development wise, it's low right now. Like, really, it's very few. It's really just me and Dupe holding this shit down. I'm gonna keep it.
And that's the issue, right? And if you want to, like,
but at the same time, we do have a system in place that is coming eventually in the future, and it's actually, and this is the entire reason why the turf system is fucking broken, is because we're going to be coming out with a Bloxburg system to where you can build your own interiors, and how that's going to work with the legal businesses is that you will be able to build 3 kinds of stores. 1, a clothing store where you can just import custom IDs. 2, a food store to where you could take, you know, pre-existing food models and you'd have access to rename them. And 3, miscellaneous, a club, barber shop, etc.
I understand that, and I've heard that before because I was community manager. I know about these ideas, right? And I know it's but I'm advocating for a better system that'll cost less development time and will actively add an actual process and make these stores for the original, right? Like having a system Now you have a faction forum, right? Have a real estate forum where people can actually put money into businesses and $500,000 businesses, right? List them for developers to make, and then developers can make individual businesses. Like if a guy wants to create a security company, he create that. If he wants to create a social media company, create that. A law firm, create that, right? So a whole system where legal factions will be a higher percentage of the population will have other shit to do, right? And then you'll get crazy situations and scenarios where people have like security going around and shit, or like people have social media companies being created, and like people can have parties at these social media companies, right? Like there's a whole lot of shit, even a limo business, right? Like people could create amazing shit, and it would limit you having to waste a lot of time on this box brick system, which will take a lot of scripting time. But now you have individual cases where you can handle this, right?
Right. But that's kind of the same thing we were doing before, in terms of, you know, legal factions. Now, EBBL kind of blew up the way it did is because we purposefully blew up EBBL. We wanted them to serve just like we did with Buffalino. We wanted EBBL to serve as an example.
Exactly. I understand that, but I'm offering you a more diverse set of that, right? Where you'll have multiple businesses and multiple like avenues that'll attract more players. Like if a guy creates a security business, there are tons of like security communities on Roblox that'll flock to EB to make security companies, right? A guy has a limo business, you can attract that crowd. A guy wants a social media company, you can attract that crowd, which diversifies your bonds, and you get more demographics involved by having a strict forum system and real estate system, which you could even have field. You could handle that, and it will restrict the time you have to grind. It's more efficient, it saves time, and it increases the diversity of business in the game, right?
Right.
It would save time, man. More cost efficient too.
Yeah, we definitely got to chop up about this a little bit more and go over kind of the specifics. There's some details that I'm a little cloudy on that we should clarify up, but
I
kind of get where you're going.
I could easily talk this over with you in private after this if you want. Like I have plenty of good ideas, and I even have a document system that I had left over that you can take, where this system has worked in other games, and it makes people have fun, and it gives people more shit to do, right? You have more shit to do, you have legal aspects of the game, and you now have diversity of people making content, like doing other shit on the game besides shooting and like having rekill charges. Right, and then it opens the room for like corruption and the government and stuff, like insane role plays where you have more shit to do on the map, and the map could be more expansive. You can even expand the map, like getting new businesses, which will attract more players and communities. Like I have like around 50 friends from the stage genre that would love to play EP if it had a proper system like this, right? A real estate system, like government system. We have elections, you have lobbying, all of that.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I do want to do in the future. And, you know, again, it's probably going to be, you know, heavy development because, you know what I mean? You know, I like to have shit automated. But, you know, eventually in the future, I do want to, you know, have an electoral system, at least, I don't know, let's start with mayor. And
you should have a local system, and then you can branch off to even higher tiers, and then you can even have a bunch of other shit in the game, right? Like I'm suggesting, and I have a roadmap for this, right? You could get to the point where your game has lobbying, right, corruption, and it'll benefit you, right? I don't think this game should just be limited to just a hood RP game, right? It should have hood RP in it, but it should also have more expansive RP, as you stated.
I agree. That's why we've been doing the following updates that have been against the hood shit. Because this game was never meant to be a fucking hood paradise. It was meant to be a life simulator. You know, it was kind of supposed to be like, you know, a second life, like an actual fucking life simulator. So that doesn't just entail the streets, it entails many things. And games like Grand Theft Auto World, for example, not everyone that plays Grand Theft Auto World is a fucking gangbanger. Some of these dudes are fucking furry femboys. You know, some of these dudes are females. Some of these dudes are hard-working men that just, you know, get off of work and play the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? So it's all kinds of different crowds that play that game, and even though they don't share the same part of the map, they don't share the same street in the map, you know, they share the same server, and that's what brings them all together.
Yeah, so the crux of my point that I want to make, sorry to interrupt, I just want to make it quick so I'm not wasting people's time, having separate legal faction system and legal faction management and real estate management, right? Separate from a legal faction shit and have separate channels for it. And you'll have like bids going on in channels in public. You have people reselling businesses and stuff like that. This would be a very efficient thing that would make it so where it's a live-based game. You have a balance between the illegal and legal. And both people are represented in the system, right? With the faction.
Amen. Yeah, this I think we should definitely talk more about this.
I got somebody's old chopstick stuck up my ass, and all you gotta say to me is
it's been the longest. You know, we're supposed to get the court system off the ground. I kind of been sleeping on them because I couldn't get factions to get their shit together.
Well, if you want, I could hook you up with a few people in the future if you want to chat. I have 50 people who I can probably get over here in the court system and help you out with that. And I have 20 other people from the stage round that could probably help you with the real estate aspect, business aspect of the game. And that's I'll end there because I don't want to take up everyone's time. But I hope I raised some decent points here for you guys.
No, word. Yeah, thank you for your time. We're gonna definitely take some of this into consideration. After this, we're gonna talk again. We're gonna write some shit down on my whiteboard, and we're gonna see what we can do to address that. But baby steps, because you gotta realize, you know, we're a little bit under-equipped here.
Yeah, of course.
You damn near got 4 niggas running the whole show.
Yeah, of course, and that's why I'm saying, listen, you have other people like me, like I've helped in the past, Marcus. I'm always here in your corner if you need help. And if you have a nice one, man, I'll go back to the stage.
Amen. Appreciate you, bro. Take care.
Now, with all that being said, East Brickton is, yes, in a bad shape, but it's not dead. There's some things you can do about it, but at this point, that's up to him. No bloxer? Bitch. You're a wuss if I ever saw one, bro. You got locked in? How you get in? What? Bro, what? Now you can't come in, Nathan. I'm recording, so. You held a knife at me. Are you for real? You held a knife at me. It don't work. I have PTSD. Huh?
Oh my.
So what's that guy's name? For me? Oh yeah, Alberto Abrams. Yo! Pending ban on the dude I'm robbing right now? No way.
On exploiting.
That's crazy. Dude, I was literally just robbing this guy. Wow.
Nah. That's tragic.
Are they sure it was him? I mean, he was standing right in front of me, dude.
Oh, he was just at Safers earlier.
Who? Alberto Abrams? That guy?
Yeah, the one with the earrings.
Oh.